What is up, back here? Another video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this one will be a video where I share my personal top 5 favorite Cody Rhodes matches during his career. Would love to know what your favorite matches of his career, whether it's in developmental, whether it's his first run in WWE, his second run, his run in between, like 2016 to 2022, roughly. I would love to know some of your favorite matches down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification, of course. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. And yeah, let's get going. Number 5 on my list is his match at All In back in the day of, I think it was 2018, if I remember right. Either way, him versus Nick Aldis for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, or World's Heavyweight Championship. And this one was not necessarily his first match outside of WWE, but it was his first big independent match. He was with ROH for a couple of months at that point. But yeah, this was his first, again, big one, and it was what I would call old school wrestling, just based off what I remember. Last time I watched it was pre-pandemic, granted, but it's still one of those things where, whether it was watching it in 2018, 2019 time period, or arguably nowadays, you can study the sugar honey iced tea out of it and learn something new every time, hence why it is on my list. Number 4 on my list happened at Battleground 2013, Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, where if Cody and Goldust won, they would be rehired by WWE, and if the Shield won, Dusty Rhodes would be let go from WWE. And this one, it was in Buffalo. I was really tempted to go, and let's just say this was the only good match, good thing on the pay-per-view. And this match, granted, it was freaking amazing. The match was good. The story of the match, the build-up was whatever. What happened after, again, whatever. But this match definitely was one of the few highlights for myself personally of like the fall of 2013 for WWE and arguably all of wrestling. And yeah, you can, whether your brain is on watching it or you turn it off and watch it, super fun nonetheless. The most recent match on this one is him, again, versus Seth Rollins from WrestleMania 38, and it was what I would call an open secret, the fact that Cody would be coming back to WWE. It would be Seth Rollins' mystery opponent, and I had pretty high expectations, and it delivered. And I'm not saying it's my favorite match from WrestleMania 38, but it is definitely one of the 2, maybe 3 matches from that pay-per-view I would definitely recommend watching to somebody who's never watched the pay-per-view. And considering the last time that they faced off against each other was a bunch of years prior to that, maybe 2016, and Cody Rhodes wasn't Cody in 2016, and whatnot, it was just super fun for myself personally, hence why it's on this list. The second of 3 non-WWE matches I have in my top 5 is the only one I was there to be there in person for, War of the Worlds 2017. I think it was night 1, whichever one was in Toronto. Cody Rhodes versus Will Ospreay was the first time I seen Ospreay in person. I think at least, I don't know for sure about the second time, but one of the early times I seen Cody Rhodes, and seeing him in 2007, where I seen him for the first time, and comparing him 10 years to the month later, huge improvement. But this one, if I had to do a top 5 favorite ROH matches I've seen in person, this one again would be in that top 5. It's just, whether you're watching it in person or whether you're watching it back, you can either turn off your brain and enjoy it a lot, or turn on your brain and study it and still have the same amount of fun and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, him versus Will Ospreay from May 2017 is number 2 on to number 1. Easily my favorite Cody Rhodes match during his career happened at Double or Nothing 2019. Him versus his half-brother Dustin Rhodes, formerly known as Goldust in the WWE. And I think a lot of people who have watched this match would have it somewhere in the top 3 for either man's career, arguably for AEW as well. And it's one of those things where I don't necessarily like a lot of blood in my wrestling. It's just not a thing for me. But it is one of those things where it's like blood, kind of, sort of, somewhat like it in this match. Again, for myself personally. And it is the most, or the closest to perfect match, I should say, of Cody's career for myself personally, hence why it's number 1. So those are my top 5 favorite Cody Rhodes matches. Again, would love to know what your favorite matches of his career are down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's